Okay, just wanted to make a quick video on interior door panel removal for a C8 Corvette. Pretty easy. There's not a lot to it. Tools you'll need, you're just going to need a 7mm, some kind of drill if you have it, or a ratchet, a T25, a little pick, interior trim tool, and a flashlight if you want. So when I bought this car, it didn't have the option to purchase it with the available stealth package that there is out now. It's a 2021 car, so it wasn't available yet. I don't think it's actually coming out until 23 model year, so it wasn't there. So when I got it originally, it had a lot of silver pieces inside the car, particularly the window switch covers, the speaker grills, and a couple other random things. I've never really liked silver. I've never really liked chrome. It's just not my thing. I don't really like it. I like things to be blacked out. I just think it looks better that way. That's just me and my personal opinion. You do with your car whatever you want to do. So one of the things I did was I obviously blacked these panels out. No big tricks or anything like that as to how I did it. Nothing really too earth-shattering here. These are just covers that you can buy on Amazon or for any other, there's a million other vendors and manufacturers out there that you can get them from. I happen to get these from Amazon. They were pretty good, and I'll put a link down below too. The only one thing I will say about these covers is that on the driver's side, because this is a 3LT car, it does have the button in the center or on the button on the switch to fold in the mirrors. The panels that I bought block those out because they're meant for a 1LT car. So when I put those panels on, I lost that ability to press a button to have the mirrors fold in. For me, relatively trivial. I didn't really care too much, not that big of a deal. And I can always just get the other panels later too to uncover that button. And you can also automatically control it from the center screen. Whenever you park the car, it's going to fold automatically. So those are pretty much easy to get. I'm going to show a video here on how to remove the door panels and how to separate the speaker grill. And when I separated the speaker grill and made it black, I didn't, again, nothing too earth-shattering there. I just separated it from the panel. You can take this off the panel separately, but you do have to remove the whole panel. I'll show you how to do it. And then I just did anything else. Clean it, sand it, prep it, cover everything that you don't want to get painted, and then coat it, paint it, plasti dip it, hydro dip it, do whatever you want as to how you did it. Me personally, I just cleaned it, prepped it, sanded it, and I plasti dipped it. I've had great luck with plasti dip over the years. It's worked very, very well. You do have to put a lot of layers on to get it to work very well, but I get a lot of comments on how it looks factory. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you how to do that. First thing you got to do, if your car happens to have this, my car does because, well, I added it. These little carbon fiber overlays on the trim panel, you're going to have to go ahead and remove that first. So just go ahead and use your trim panel tool and work it up gently. I already kind of pre-did it a little bit, so it's just going to pop right out. So then, once you have that out, it's going to be a little plastic piece inside here, inside the cup, inside the grab handle area. You just got to pop that up. Just use a little hook tool. There's really nothing to it. I'll show you what it is. Pretty easy, but it does only come out one way, so you can't really fight it too well. Just kind of go and grab it. What I did is reach underneath and then hook it underneath, and then just work your way up. Go over from the front first. It works a little better. See, there it is. But you'll see it kind of like hooks into the back a little bit. So you got that hooks into the back, so it like scoops in, you know. Once that's out of the way, then you have two 7mm bolts right there. Pop those out. And then from there, you have two T25 screws down here on the panel down here. So you got one right there and another one right next to it underneath. That's it. Let's go ahead and pop those out. There will be a little like a little plastic washer that's on it. Don't want to lose those. That one just likes to stay in. I don't know why. And then there's that little plastic washer I'm talking about. It stays on it, but just kind of hold on to it just in case. Okay. Then from there, it's all just clips that hold this thing in. That's really it. I'll show you how to get those out right now. So, just like any other door panel or most other cars that have door panels, you just have to remember it kind of hooks onto the top here a little bit, and that matters for reinstallation. So when you go to reinstall it, just remember to hook the top of it first. So, just take your door panel tool, stick it in between the panel and the door itself. Give yourself one little pry point. Pop one out, and you can reach both hands underneath. What I like to do is I'll take my foot and I'll hold on to the door down here, and then I'll just kind of give it a good little firm yank. There we go. Work it up, lift it up from the top. Then you're going to have two electrical connectors right here, a black one and a gray one. And they're just going to have your typical red lockers on them. Sorry, I'm trying to do this one-handed here. Right here and right here. So push the little red lock back, and then you have a little black tab right there to get that one out. It's difficult to do one-handed. And then you have another one right here, same thing. Gray tab, just a red. Pull it back. Push down on that tab right there, and this one will come out. And that's it. The whole thing comes right on out. Once you have it out, just check to make sure you have all the plastic pieces that are still in place. You got 1, 2. This is a big like guide right here. This black pin right there. Then you got 3, 4. And down here you've got your 2 screw holes. And then 5, 6, 7. And that's it. Okay, so once you have the panel off, you got to take off a couple of screws in order to get that speaker grill off if you want to get it off. There's 11 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay? Now, once you have all those 11 screws out, you're going to have to kind of pry in between the space to kind of pop it out. Now, there's a couple of spots like here, and then a little bit right here, and then a little bit right here as well too, where it's going to be kind of like plastic welded in a little bit. So what you want to do is stick a tool in between right here, and you can kind of get a little bit of a purchase point. Be careful. Don't bend it too much. It is still plastic. So once you get that pry out a little bit, flip it over and kind of stick it into your trim tool in between there, and you will be able to get it off. The other thing, just to get it off and get it out of the way, there is a speaker right here. It's right there. It's just 2 7mm screws. Take those off, put those out of the way, and disconnect whatever electrical connectors you have right there to get them out of the way. And then you can pop out this little tweeter right here just by pressing these little tabs back, and it'll pop right out. Once you have those out, it will pry out. It'll give you a little bit of resistance, but it will come out. So be careful, but it will come out. And there's your door panel, and there's the door without it. So once you go to put it back in, just do everything in reverse order, and it'll go right back in. The only thing I'll say is when you put the panel back on, hook it onto this top lip first, and then when you get it, you're going to want to like shift it and push it like that way against the door. So snug it up all the way up against here, and once it snugs up, all those pins will just line up into place, and then you just push it, pop it in, put the screws back in, and you're done. Hope this helps. Good luck.